Hey everybody and welcome to a tutorial. Today we're going to talk about the newest Pokemon Pocket and how you guys can play it on the PC. So I've got my LD player here. You might be using BlueStacks. I think LD player is just as good. It's a minimalistic version of BlueStacks. As you can see, these games down here that I don't actually play. And then you have the things that I do play: Dragon Quest Monsters 2 SP, Sonic Rumble, and the High Paint for tracing. But that's not what we're doing today. Today we are going to quickly go ahead and download Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. So let's do that really quickly. So we are going to close the LD store and we want to go into our Play Store. Okay. Once we go to our Play Store, I have a Japanese account right here, and we want to install Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. Now, what's very, very important, I am not sure if it is the same thing on BlueStacks, but I know for a fact with LDPlayer, this is not going to work. And you might say, well, Retro, what's going on? There's actually two builds of LDPlayer, and I'm going to go ahead and load the second one if it'll let me. It might actually overwrite my download. It may not. It may not. These are two different builds. It may actually close it. So long story short, you're going to get an error on running this. And you're going to go into your settings and you're going to be like, okay, I can't run it in tablet, mobile mode, and stuff like that. Remember, Pocket was made for the Android in mind, right? So the issue that you're having is, for whatever reason, no matter what RAM or core or CPU you change this to in this particular application, you are not going to get this program to run. So you're like, okay, what do I do, Retro? Alright, so what you do is you're going to go to the website I've linked down below in the description. Okay? And once you get to this website, it's going to have a link right here to download Pokemon TCG Pocket for PC. And that is going to give you a downloaded file. Okay? That downloaded file is going to be right here on your desktop, and it's going to be called, let's see, LDPlayer 9 English Japan Pokemon TCGP 3055 ID executable. Okay? So what you're going to do is you are going to close this LD player. Okay? Give me 1 sec, I'll be right back. You're going to close the LD player, right? Like that. Alright, so now you're going to open the other LD player that you just downloaded, which is called LDPlayer Vulkan. And you cannot have these up at the same time. I thought you could, but you cannot. Alright, so LDPlayer Vulkan is going to load. Vulkan's also a lot faster, a lot less resources on your computer. And before you ask any other questions, hey, Retro, does this already have Wi-Fi enabled? Yes, don't mess with the Wi-Fi settings. I'm going to show you where they are just so you don't mess with them. You're going to go to your network. You don't want to bridge this. You see how this has a Wi-Fi symbol up here on the right? Don't mess with it. So I've already installed Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket right here. We're also going to go over the much harder method, but this is the easy method. So for Pocket, we are going to load this up. Bring this over here. This is just a little sidebar. This file doesn't have anything on it, everyone. So I just want to make that aware. You can keep this sidebar up if you like. It'll take a few more seconds to actually load if you do that. I do like closing the sidebar. It does have a Pocket reroll guide in there, just in case that's something that you're interested in. And as you see, it loads up just fine with no graphical glitches. And I can tell you I've already gone into the game and you can play it. The volume settings on this particular application are right here where the volume up and the volume down button are. They're already going to be maxed out on your computer when you open them up. So if you want to turn them up and down, you just need to simply up the volume up and down just like so. Alright, so you'll log into Pocket and you'll play normally, turn on your really high performance settings, and you won't have any problems. This is the optimal and easiest way to play Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket on the PC. I saw somebody actually make a guide with this, and I actually understand Scrcpy. So because I understand the application, I'm going to actually show it to you guys. But before I open up Scrcpy, I'm just going to get ready, set, go real quick. I'm going to plug in my Android. little more difficult, so I'm going to put my Android on the screen here in just a second, and it's going to be a little harder, so I'm just going to go through it for basic Android users and stuff like that. You do not need root access in order to do this, okay? You do not need root access in order to do this. One more time, you do not need root access in order to do this. Let me just turn on D&D so nothing pops up while I'm showing you. Alright, so I'm going to get my phone on the screen, and to do that, I'm going to use a program called Scrcpy. So I'm going to find mine. Scrcpy will be down below in the description as well. I am showing you the method in which you don't have to do anything to set it up. You just have to go through command prompt, and I'm going to show you how to do it. First, I'm going to put the phone on the screen, and then I'm going to show you how I did it. Alright, so here we are. We are in the screen. We're going to go here. This executable will not open. You need to copy this location. Right-click, copy, address as text. You want to open CMD, and you want to open CMD. Okay? You want to do CD, Control-V, and that's going to paste the location of where your Scrcpy, Scrcpy, is stored. We're in this folder right here, and we're going to run this scrcpy.exe, okay? But there's a pinned command to actually have that run for you, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, is use the pinned command that I have in my Discord. So, again, this will all be down below in the description. So I'm going to go ahead first, and I'm going to go ahead and get my phone on the screen, and once I get my phone on the screen, then I will show you guys how I did it, okay? Because you might have to go through a different set of things. It's going to depend on your Android device. What you basically need to do in the nitty-gritty of the situation is you need to get into your developer settings. Those developer settings are going to give you additional things that you can do that are going to enable you to do what I'm doing. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to turn on my wireless debugging. Currently, while I'm doing this, I'm not on Wi-Fi. One thing I will not be doing in this tutorial is showing like my location or Wi-Fi network or none of that stuff. So just kind of keep that in mind. So we're going to go into our wireless debugging tab, and I'm going to get my IP address. And I've already got it, and I already see it's connected to my computer as well. So because I know all of that's connected, I can just go into the pinned messages that I have with my friend, and I have it pinned where I know how to get into my phone. So you are going to type this command that I am typing right here in the black box. Okay, it's going to be scrcpy space dash TCPIP equals whatever this equals in the wireless debugging settings. Whatever is in that wireless debugging settings, both the IP address and the port number are what you want to use. You want to make sure on the very bottom, when you connect your wireless debug, that it is always going to accept that address, because that's how you can tell if the computer is going to connect to it. Now keep in mind, at any point that we're going through this Python side, if you just want to turn on the phone emulator, as you see, I've got it running right here on the left-hand side, and I will actually go through some of the actual, screens while I'm on the command prompt, so you can see that it works just fine. Alright, I've not done anything on this side right here. As you see, I'm still at a player icon and name and stuff like that. And I'm just about done here. I'm going to hit enter, and it is going to put my phone on the screen. So on this phone, if you go into version, see how I'm tapping this and it says no need, you're a developer. So once you get the developer options, you want to go into that tab under developer options. It's going to be under additional settings in my case, and I'm going to go to developer options. Alright, real quickly, I'm going to turn it off. Well, you can't really see anything. You want to make sure USB debugging is on, and you want to make sure wireless debugging is on. Okay, so let's go over that real quick. I'm going to do that again. That's also going to kill my screen. So now I'm going to go back really quick, and I'm going to recopy that command like so. And it's probably going to fail because Scrcpy likes to change ports every single time that you set up the wireless, and it did indeed fail. it changed the port on the end. The IP address is the same, but the port number is now different. So you just got to pay attention to that, make sure you're connected, and there we go. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on my phone completely. And I've got my wireless, I've got my wireless debugging, I've got all that set up. When you turn on wireless debugging the first time, it's going to ask you if you have a specification for where you need to connect every time automatically. You want to click yes so that the computer always recognizes it. Also, I love Monopoly Go. If you play Monopoly Go, if you play Maribo, if you play Pixel RPG, if you play any of these games, I'll leave my friend code down below. Shadow Trick's great as well. But we didn't come here for that. We came here for Pocket. So we're going to turn on Pocket right now. And as you can see, you could easily just screen record your phone from there. And there you go. Scrcpy works wirelessly or wired. So you might possibly have an issue when you first try to set up the wireless. It might tell you that there's no devices connected to the wireless. I'm going to leave a command down below in the description for that. What you want to do is you want to plug your phone directly into the USB port, right? And when you plug your phone to the USB port, what's going to end up happening is it's going to ask you what type of mode it's on. A lot of phones, if they have a charger that, like when you plug up to your computer, it asks you what type of device that you're on, and you can select media, you can select just charging, you can select anything like that. So what you want to go to is that is where you want to have the USB debugging enabled, because if you have USB debugging enabled, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to put in the command, and it's going to automatically connect you if you're via USB. But you're like, Retro, I don't want to stay on USB. I want to have my phone on and play Pokemon Pocket and have my phone charging on the other side of the room. You can do that. All you then do is go through the steps then at that point that I gave you in this tutorial, which are going to be the Scrcpy TCP IP settings, which it will give you the IP settings and the address in the settings under your wireless debugging. Okay? So that is the whole tutorial, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you in the comments section, or join my Discord or admin to Discord at Retronite. Everything's down below in the description. Hope you guys enjoy playing Pocket, and I will have some more videos up for Pocket with some really cool pulls. I actually got like multiple full art pulls earlier today, and I want to share that with you guys, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to add me, I'll go ahead and put my friend code up on the screen, even though it'll always be on the screen in my Pokemon Pocket videos. Particularly, I've got a video coming out with my very first deck of the game in competitive format in beginner mode. We're not ready for the other thing. I don't think the deck is fiery enough in order to take that kind of challenge on. But guys, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for the wait and for being patient for me, and I'm making it worth your while now. I know a lot about Scrcpy and how it works. If you need help, please feel free to reach out to me. Take care. See you next time.